Dear friends, good evening to all of you, KMCites, the mighty seniors, perhaps from the junior-most batches here in this group, only few of us are here. We hope at least somebody will join tomorrow morning. So welcome to the Sangamam. All of us are all birds of the same feather. As KMCites, we had enjoyed our college days, and each one of us took to our own specialty, took to our own place of settling our profession, some in India, some abroad. And this program, Sangamam, is bringing all these birds from everywhere together under the same tree as far as possible. We tried our best last couple of years, 3 years now. We had one in Coimbatore and then one in Aircard and now in Bangalore. We tried our best to have maximum number of participation, but still around 90 is not a bad number. 90 when I say as couples, 2 people. So about 40 rooms we booked here. 10 more are expected to come from Bangalore city and join us tomorrow. I only wish we had more of our friends to interact with in such a wonderful occasion. So welcome again. It's not a formal program at all. What we thought as an ice-breaking and a kind of a reconnect, we have the photographs. We have prepared a dossier of address book of all our KMCites, at least those who have registered, all details, including email and all that, so that you can always reach out to them. So from that, we have just taken up the photographs and made a small kind of a PPT. So when it comes to each one of us in the alphabetical order, we just go through what has been given there, and then we will request that colleague of ours, that friend of ours, to come here and talk few more points, whatever he wants or she wants, maybe another 2 to 3 minutes. So this way we will get to know everybody very well. Of course, we know each one so well. This way we will get to know very well. And that is the way we are planning this evening. And also some music. Some of our friends have evinced keen interest that they want to sing. Some of them want to dance. Inga Murthy? Where is Murthy? He volunteered to dance and he's missing now. Okay, so we have some music. Again, music pertaining to the yesteryears, not the latest ones. So we thought we'll have some music before we break for dinner around 8 o'clock. So this is absolutely an informal program today. And tomorrow, just to tell you before we go ahead, in the morning, breakfast, it's there, and after we complete our breakfast at 9:30, we will have the group photograph. We have arranged for the group photograph, and in such a way that by tomorrow evening, we can get you the framed photographs ready, which will be the memento-like thing for you to carry back home. So the group photograph at about 9:30, and at 10:30 we have one Mr. Arun, a very popular guy in Bangalore in stand-up comedy, just to talk to us on humor as part of our life. And post that, again, we'll have some time to interact. And in the evening, we have a very good singer, again from Bangalore, Mr. Ganesh, who is very good in Hindi songs, then Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, Telugu songs, especially songs of 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. So that way we thought we'll be having a wonderful time tomorrow and concluding with a dinner. And day after the breakfast, then we'll all be checking out perhaps by about 10 o'clock, some social time, and we'll depart at about 10 o'clock. This is a kind of a broad program. So we will go ahead with whatever we have prepared, and I'll invite each one of you. We just kept a podium so that you can stand here and talk about your own present professional this thing, whatever you achieved in your life. All of you are achievers. what you've achieved, where are you, and whatever you would like to share with your friends over here. So with that, I will go ahead. Since this is all volunteering group, I should say that the push came from two people, as usual. One is Mohan Nadar, and other one is Shiva. Where is Shiva? Dr. Shiva Kumar, yeah, Shiva. These two people have been pushing me to take up the responsibility, and we took it up, and they've been guiding. And our own friends like Raghavendra Rao and others also have been guiding us, Thangavelu, and few more. So it is purely a voluntary effort of everybody. There might be plus and minus. One major thing I would like to seek your kindly bear with me, because we could not arrange the serving of the liquor over here due to some specific formalities. Nevertheless, liquor has been organized, and it can be had in the room, and some light liquor, we can have it still here in the bar area. So this is what I want to tell you. Kindly bear with me for that particular one specific, I won't say it's a flaw, it's not a miss, it's something which we could not avoid. So with that, I will go ahead just to take your memories back to our anatomy building, which is perhaps the first building in Kasturba Medical College, the very first building. You might think that should we recollect and pay our homage to some of our friends and teachers. Recently we lost Dr. Gopal Rao, but what we thought tomorrow when the whole group is there, we'll spend a couple of minutes praying for them. So that we'll do it tomorrow. Now, so the first building, the anatomy block. Next. The physiology block. So again, the tiger circle. Very fond memories all of us do have. Rao, you remember this? Yeah? But also will have a lot of good memories about this place. Next. When they celebrated the Silver Jubilee in 78, this is how, I don't know what you call this building, this pathology building, is it? Library building, right. Okay, next. And then they started calling it as Manipal Greens and started developing it. And this is how the place looks now. And they have reached up to a stage. Now, Manipal, all of us are so proud. Our alma mater, which has grown leaps and bounds over the decades, and it is Manipal which paved the way for all of us to practice and say that we are doctors. So we owe a lot to our institution. They do have an alumni association as well, and they have some programs. Next, please. Now to remind all of you, it's never too late to enjoy life. Yeah. So we are starting with Dr. Abdul Wahid, 1962, first MBBS at that time. Please give him a big hand. Dr. Abdul Wahid, retired from Hong Kong government service, and after retirement, he opened his own private nursing home in Hong Kong. And Dr. Abdul Wahid has never missed any of our meetings. So welcoming Dr. Abdul Wahid over here, please. Yamanga, please do come. Amma, please do.
Good evening. I am very glad to see my old colleagues. I joined in the 1962 first MBBS. Then I went to.
There, then you keep it close to the mic.
Oh, say.
Otherwise, they can't hear you.
Yeah.
Keep it close.
So after graduation, I went to Hong Kong in the government service. After retirement, I have now at present I set up my own nursing home. I'm doing practicing in Hong Kong. So any of friends come to Hong Kong, please inform me as my guest. Thank you very much.
So that is Dr. Abdul Wahid. Dr. Alnath. Sir, Dr. Alnath, can you come over here? Can somebody? And what's written there? I'll read it for you. 1964 pre-medical, JMS Hospital Medical Director, Senior Internist, Monrovia Library, West Africa. So here is Dr. Alnath from West Africa.
Good evening, everybody. So by God's grace, I got an opportunity to work in Liberia for the past 3 years. And professionally, I am very happy there. It's a very good country. And there is resources are there, that country. But due to the improper government management, this economic condition is still, it is very poor only in the West Africa. And as professionally, I had an opportunity to treat COVID cases. And this, I will never get any chance if I am in Chennai, my place actually. So anyhow, I remember those days of my KMC days, and also meeting now in my first alumni meet. But I was about to attend last time, but due to unavoidable circumstances, I could not attend. I am very happy meeting all our seniors and my classmates. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Alnath. To make it a bit more interesting, maybe each one of you can share one or two of your thoughts about your days in Manipal or Bangalore. Dr. Anirudhan Govindan. His wife, Mrs. Sumangala, is also here. He is 1961 pre-medical. Dr. Anirudhan Govindan. Sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say. You all know me, those my batchmates, the 1 or 2 years juniors also know me. My wife is here, she is sleeping now. And I have 3 daughters. 2 of them are married, 1 is not. Yeah. 1 is a doctor, 1 is a senior lawyer, and the youngest is a public administrator in management company. Manipal, when we started college, it was in Manipal. We all stayed in the main block for a while. That's where we met Dr. Ashok Nair. He picked up a fight with us. And we all threatened him, don't come near us anymore, finish. Because we were 4 of us. The 4 of us continued in the yellow block and the Caprikuda hostel in Mangalore and finished. And during the final years, 2 of us moved out, 2 of them stayed back. We went to the Boot Bungalow, there's a place called Boot Bungalow opposite Moti Mahal. College life was very happy. We all enjoyed our life. We studied, we played, we read together. We each had their own reading times in the room. And during the time the others were studying, I used to go and disturb them. Because I used to finish my studies earlier, and then I continued at 11 to 12. I remember TMA Pai, and then also Gopal Rao, I think. Yeah, Gopal Rao. They were all good. Surgery, we were under Srinivasan, Professor Srinivasan, and ONG was under Her name is not coming. Yeah. When we left, I did my housemanship in Chennai. And after that, I was about to go to Malaysia when my father said, I got to get married first before you leave. So I went to Malaysia and I continued there. My pole vaulting career started in college, and I still hold a record which I set there in 1962. And I have taken 8 gold medals, 3 silvers and 2 bronze after working in Malaysia in the Ministry of Health Sports in Malaysia. Even after retirement at 57, when I was working, I took part in pole vault and I got a bronze. I worked in various fields. I'm one of the few doctors who have got experience in public health because I did a degree in public health. And then I worked for 15 years in public health. And then I went for hospital management, and I was the director of the hospital for another 15 years, including deputy director, and finally ending up and retiring as a director of a state. After that, I worked as a airport casualty officer, then followed by a senior lecturer in family medicine in the National University. Then after that, because the age factor is 65 in universities, so I retired. And after that, it was a retired life altogether with my grandchildren, my wife, and the rest of the gang. I like to come here. I am coming here after 2019, where I came for the Coimbatore meet. Now I am 85. I hope to come back in another 5 years' time, 90 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you very much. We have Dr. Arul Sudaman. His spouse, Mrs. Kalpakam, is here, and he belongs to the 1961 pre-medical batch. He has got a lot of things to share with us. Dr. Sudaman, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is See, I've been working in Hong Kong. I've been living in Hong Kong for the past 44 years. I specialized in anesthesia, having a fellowship from the Royal College of Anaesthetists in England. And I was holding the post of Chief of Service of Cardiothoracic Anesthesia in Hong Kong until my retirement in 2003. And my wife was a teacher with one of the colleges there, and she retired in 2007. We have been living there, and I've been given extensions for 7 years, which a record I'm still holding. Nobody had extensions that long. And also, at that time, I was the longest serving member of the hospital authority in Hong Kong. Later, I've been an honorary advisor in pediatric cardiac anesthesia in Macau. Nowadays, I'm taking it easy, spending more time in Bangalore, and still my home is Hong Kong. So it's nice to see you all. I'm very happy to see my old friends, and hope we'll all have very happy time and a pleasant time here. Thank you very much for giving me a chance to talk to you all.
Thank you, Dr. Sudaman. Thank you. Dr. Ashok Nair. His spouse, Dr. Shamala Ashok, she couldn't make it this time. She belongs to 1965 batch, while Dr. Ashok is from 1962 pre-medical. Yes, Dr. Ashok. Your life in Manipal.
Can I start?
Please.
Good evening, friends. Like Ani said, that the first fight that I had in Manipal was because of the gang of four, as they call him. Mohan Nadar, Jana Mohan, Aniruddhan, and Chengaya Babu. In fact, me being a little famous in Manipal and Mangalore was due to them. I am a 1962 batch student. My wife Shamla is a 1965 batch. I passed out from KMC, did my senior housemanship. Then finally in 1976 I went to the Gulf and I was working there for 40 years. And I retired about 3 years ago, and both of us have come back to Kannur, and we are settled there. I have 3 children. The eldest fellow is he's done an MBA and he's doing business in Abu Dhabi. His name is Ajay. Second chap is Amrit, who is a consultant in NHS in Scotland. He has done postgrad degree in emergency medicine, both adult and pediatric. My daughter is in MBA, and she's the number 2 in White and Mackay Whiskey Company, which manufactures Jura. And her husband is a GP in Scotland. They all, both of them are British citizens, settled there. During my work in Abu Dhabi, I was fortunate to be the medical director of a hospital there of government service. And the Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, who is called the founder of the UAE, he visited the hospital, and I was lucky enough to get a photograph along with him, which I have at home. And I am one of the few Indians who have got a picture of him along with me. Then I also have a photograph of our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, when he came to UAE. And that is also I'm lucky to have. I played a lot of games, which most of you people know, football, hockey, cricket. And my wife could not make it here today because there's a parting this thing. When I was young, I was an expert in unbuttoning blouses. Now I'm learning how to button the blouses because my wife's hand is not well. She had a fracture of the shoulder. It's okay. We are all old people. We can listen to a joke once in a while. If you don't have something spicy here, what's the point? People will come here and say, what, this KMC meat, it's a bloody dull meat, all old people. Some people can't walk, some people can't stand. Some people are feeling cold. So let's spice it up. And unfortunately, you don't have the right things to make you hot also. Because as Dr. Ramani said, due to some restraints, there is a difficulty in getting people into the right mood. But there is an alternative which he has suggested, that there is a room there and transportation is also there for those people. And for the ladies, I would say that please do not feel shy. Like today, somebody was talking some time back about Liberia and the live-in condition, the white marriage there. And so if you go to any of the nightclubs in Bangalore, you'll be shocked to see the young girls. And I say, I'm lucky that my children are already married. Because you get scared seeing all the young girls and boys going around, no? Boys is okay, boys are boys. But what about the girls? The girls are better, huh? I think most of the elderly people will be saying, why wasn't I born 20 years later, this generation? Yeah, so like that. So if you have to feel like having a drink or something, please inform Dr. Ramani. He'll make arrangements to see that you get one and be in a good mood also. And with all these small things, another thing I would like to say is I would like to thank Dr. Ramani and Dr. Thangavelu for all the hard work that they have done. And I would suggest to Mohan, you've got 3 groups, the Secretariat, the black KMC and the pink KMC. So kindly say what is to be written where, so you don't have to go on every time deleted. So if everybody knows where to put what, then it becomes easier. Okay? With these few words, I say thanks to Dr. Ramani and welcome to all of you. Have a nice time. And I would suggest also that from next year onwards, kindly increase the period. 62 to 68. Then you can get some more people, and after all, we are all KMCs. There's no junior, no senior, nothing anymore. Okay? Thank you.
In fact, we had kept it open. We not even said 68 or 70, that any KMC was welcome for this particular event. Thanks, Ashok. We move on to Dr. Babu Chengeya Tallur and his spouse, Mrs. Sita. Welcome them, please. And he belongs to 1961 batch in KMC. Dr. Tallur, please.
Good evening. Thanks, Dr. Ramani, for the opportunity. Thank you for this opportunity. Good evening. I joined in 1961, and ever since then, we've been together, the four of us, the wicked four, or the bad four.
Can you hear it?
No. Jana, Ani, Mohan, and I, we were the roommates, and we were there all through the first MB, pre-med, first MB to the final MB. It's been a wonderful experience being in KMC. It was a lovely education as well as growing up, and all in all, a fantastic place to be in during your medical education. I'm married to Sita, who is a pediatrician, and we now live in New York. And after my MBBS, I went to England, stayed there for 6 years, and then went back to India, did a couple of years of government service, and then went to New York for settling down. And we have 2 children. And my daughter is a public health consultant in Washington, D.C., and my son is a financial analyst in Wall Street in New York. And I thank you all for your being here and enjoying this camaraderie, and hope to see you all again.
Thank you, Dr. Tallur. Now, can I ask for the next friend of ours? Yes, it is Mr. V. Balachandar along with his wife, Mrs. Geeta. They're here, and he belongs to 1962 batch. Dr. Balachandar. 61 batch.
Viswanathan Balachandar, Viswanathan Balavendum. Remember the movie? So I'm from 1961 pre-medical batch. I graduated in 1966, migrated to USA in 69. I've been in New York since 69. I practiced pediatric endocrinology until 2 years ago. I have 3 daughters. My wife is here. I have 3 daughters. 2 daughters are physicians practicing in the US. One daughter, she works out of London. She has been in London for the last 12 years. So now that I'm retired, I'm an avid golfer. I play golf. Thanks to Dr. Bhatt. I played in a lovely Dr. M.G. Bhatt. Played in a lovely golf course a couple of days ago. I believe it is called KGA, Karnataka Golf Association Golf Club, beautiful one. It's a beautiful event, and I want to thank Dr. Ramani, and please give him a shout out, and let's all give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Dr. Balachandar. Next. We have our dear friend, Dr. M.G. Bhatt, who has made a mark in the city of Bangalore, and he happens to be just 1 year junior to me. Mrs. Jaya Bhatt, she couldn't come today. Dr. M.G. Bhatt belongs to 1966 batch.
Thank you, Ramani. Good evening to you all. I think Ashok was saying there is no junior and senior, but I'm one of the juniors compared to you all. My wife and me are classmates, and she was Jaya Pisharati before, but now she's Jaya, but she's a gynecologist. And after MBBS, we were in the UK for some years, and then came back to Bangalore and settled down. In 1986, we came to Bangalore and settled here. It's nice to see you all. I have been to few KMC meetings. I think some of you I have met in Coimbatore and maybe in Ooty when you had one Sangama. And we had one of our batch. In fact, we were planning to do our batch around this time. And then I heard this Sangama was going on. So I asked all my people, but unfortunately, we don't have many from our batch and from Bangalore to come here. That's really unfortunate. I think we should have more gatherings. We would have enjoyed more gatherings. College days, I don't know whether how many of you remember there was a strike. I was a student president in Manipal, and there was a strike during that time for Hindi. I don't know any of you remember that. So that was the time we had a lot of actions going on during that time. Now things are very different in KMC because when we met in Mangalore 2 years ago, Thangavel, you came for that, isn't it? And we went to Manipal one visit, and it was completely transformed, totally different. You cannot even believe what is there in Manipal now, because we made a trip to Manipal, and I think it's nice to go to Manipal and see how it looks now. It's completely different. You cannot recognize the place. So nice meeting you all. I'm meeting many of my old friends I've not met for a long time, and some of you are totally new. Bala, I met for the first time when we played golf. My classmate Vijay Adappa was here, and that's how we played golf together. Thank you very much. Wonderful meeting, and have a great time, and hope to meet again sometime. And Ramani, thanks very much for organizing.
Dr. K.S. Chandramohan, and he belongs to 1968 pre-medical.
Good evening, everyone. Actually, after I left my college, I went back to my own village to do my traditional agriculture there. I'm doing agriculture with my wife in my village. My village is near Erode, that is from Tamil Nadu. I am very proud to say that I am an agriculturist. I got 2 sons. First son is a civil engineer. His daughter-in-law is a computer engineer. Second son is a lawyer. His wife is a lawyer also. He is manufacturing cattle feed and horse feed in Coimbatore. So, thank you very much to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mohan. Dr. Chandrapa, Dr. M.H. Chandrapa belongs to 1961, first MBBS. He entered UK in January 1977, worked in various NHS hospitals till 1992, obtained DA from London, joined as trustee in Sri Devaraja's Educational Trust, also was administrator and medical director at Devaraja's Medical College till it obtained deemed to be university in 2008. Continued as coordinating officer to Devaraja's deemed university until 2015. Dr. Chandrapa, please.
Thank you. Already briefed you. No more to say. Good evening, gentlemen and my friends. I'm a 61 batch, first MBBS. After graduation, I joined the Karnataka government service, did my post-graduation in KMC Hubli, both D and MD anesthesia. then flew to UK, spent about 15 years working in various national hospitals, and joined Kolar Medical College as a trustee and as a medical director for nearly 30 years. And I helped in creating the deemed university in 2008. Afterwards, my position was for once the registrar, vice chancellor, all faculty came. So I just continued as a coordinator and retired in 2015. I got a son. He settled in San Francisco. LEK is a global director. And my daughter-in-law is also an engineer. And only grandchild, 14 years, she is very San Francisco champion in sleek, that's a sports. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chandrapa. Dr. Cherian, he is expected tomorrow, but all of us are so proud of his achievements. Padmasri Dr. KM Cherian belongs to 1968, first MBBS, cardiothoracic surgeon. Next. We have with us Dr. Chinnaswamy. Dr. Chinnaswamy, he has come with his wife Kalyani Chinnaswamy, belonging to the 1965 first MBBS. Dr. Chinnaswamy, please.
Good evening to everybody. I joined in 1965 to complete the course in 1970. Then I went into dermatology, to specialized dermatology. Then in 1975 I started my practice in Erode, that's in Tamil Nadu. Since then I have been there in Erode. And I have got a daughter. She is a dentist married to an orthopedic surgeon. And a son is working with me as a dermatologist. My daughter-in-law is also a dentist. Both are in Erode. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chinnaswamy. Yeah, Dr. Dhanapal and his wife, Dr. Kumudini, is here. Dr. Dhanapal belongs to 1964, first MBBS. I will leave everything to be told by Dr. Dhanapal himself instead of reading this.
Good evening, everyone, my seniors and juniors. Very nice to see you every year. Some faces are increasing. It's a good sign of Sangamam. First of all, I wanted to thank Dr. Ramani for the nice arrangement. The venue itself, not only the venue itself, the food, everything, hospitality, everything, he has done it to the maximum power. He is a good administrator, so no doubt you have to expect the same thing from him. We know in Coimbatore itself, he has done a very good job. Now he has repeated the same thing in Bangalore. I belong to 64 batch. After MBBS, I went to Madras to do my post-graduation in anesthesiology. I joined Tamil Nadu government service, retired after 22 years. Until date, I am practicing as a freelancer in anesthesia. My wife is a gynecologist. My beautiful wife is a gynecologist. I have two sons. I have two sons. Elder son is an anesthetist like me. He is practicing both anesthesia and doing business also. My second son is in States. He is an engineer. He is one of the directors in a company where three other are Americans. He is the only Indian in the post. So I am proud of both the sons. Both my daughter-in-laws are doctors. They are practicing. I am blessed with 4 granddaughters. I have just crossed 80, so I am thinking of doing my practice till 85. That may be the retiring age. I think we can meet every year like this and share our knowledge and the experiences. It's very encouraging for everybody to come and share your experiences, and everything will go like that. I wish everybody to have a very good health and prosperous life and peaceful life. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dhanapal. Now we have Dr. Janamohanan. His spouse, Swan Sim, he belongs to 1961 pre-med.
Well, I am, to get me give my full name, Tamburangandi Pottian Janamohanan. My name is T.P. Janamohanan, expanded to be Tamburangandi Pottian Janamohanan. Origin from Kerala. When I was in England, the English was stumped. They asked me what was TP. I said, you're asking for it. You have to write it for health purposes, said. Then I told her, it is Tamburangandi Pottian Janamohanan. She went, oh my, oh my, oh my. What is that, he said. That's what you asked for. Okay, I think I'm one of the first one in the UK to be excused from that TP and all that. So I am TP Janamohanan. Then they made me Jana McMohan or Jana McMohan. I said, I'm not a Scottish. So then they said, Jana Mohan. I'm not Mohan. I got fun that head. Then he said, okay, call yourself. I said, Jana. Please repeat Jana, Jana up to the operator. So anybody comes to ask for me, don't say it's not there, it's Jana, that's me. That's a big story. Well, I landed up in Manipal thanks to TMA Pi. I did very well in PUC, second class, good, sent my father a message. And when I applied for the thing, I only got C in physical science and natural science. I did not qualify as a Harijan or a Christian to get into even Vellore. So context told me, we can make you a pariah, they said. Even a pariah was not entitled with the C and all that. Then a friend who met my cousin told me about Manipal. That was way back in 1961. It was 4,500 rupees at the time. No, just 4,500. And we from Malaysia, we can go through black. So it's much cheaper also. So I came there, met Ramesh Pai, paid the 4,500, and we all came for an interview. That's a fantastic interview. Mohan and Chenge all were there. We all together at one time. TMA Pai gave a big lecture. For that, giving me a seat, I'm grateful to him. Otherwise, I would not have become a doctor. And what can I say about Manipal was, I think I learned of naughty things in Manipal. The most important one was how to drink booze. Patay, as they call it those days. We all went down behind in engineering college, isn't it? Down the Sam's booth. That chap used to pour the spirit on his finger and set fire to it. Genuine alcohol, sir, he said. Then how to drink that, the horrible stuff. Normally we are supported with chakulis. 2 chakulis on one side and this little poison. You take one gulp, shove the 2 chakulis inside before you can vomit it out. I have tasted alcohol. What a horrible stuff it was. Then he didn't give up. Second round I took. It burned right into, I don't know, wherever those days it goes. Then got up. Okay, one more round and then 2 chaklis. Now, I was looking at some guys around that. Why is that bugger staring at me? So all this, day, chumarida and all stuff. What is that bugger? I'm a hero already, you know. 3 little 50 ml, 20 ml of but my God, that's how we learn. Because those days we don't get alcohol in our college. Only these shady joints we could get it from. Coming back, vomited all the way, went upstairs. These fellows all got me a bucket to put by the sides. And I promised mother, father, really I won't drink anymore. So 1 month I never drank. Then back to chakuli again. But I must do chakulis, you know, with this one little poison. It burns, and you're ready. What a horrible stuff, I never did like alcohol since then. Well, what can I say about Manipal? We had a lot of good fun. We were 4 of us together. We had Christian college background, whereas the rest of the boys were from local schools in Bombay, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Most of them did not know English properly even. So they are very scornful about us. We all are Atakapadorais, on English only. Oh, they look at us each all the time. Enna even children? To quote one Chinese boy, Kerala boy, asked another Kerala boy, what do these fellas say when they hold hands and all that? And that chap says, perhaps. I don't know why he said that perhaps. That's what we say, it seems. But they were a nice lot. It was good fun. Although we were mostly loners. Oh, I've never spoken before. And then the greatest thing in my life is, after coming back to Malaysia, I fell in love with a Chinese girl. So as everybody says, என்னடா ஊர்ல இருந்து வந்துட்ட எவ்வளவு நல்ல நல்ல அழகான பொண்ணுங்க இருக்காங்க இங்க வந்துட்டு சீனை பிடிச்சு கட்டிட்டியான்னு. So they wondered whether I was an ass or she's the crook who fixed me up. Whatever the deed was done, my father's heart was broke. Although I believe the astrologer told him, your son is going to marry outside. And my wife, Madam Koi, show your face. Appa, as my friend Balandran used to say, vadivana ponnu. Illa vancha. Chollu adha. The Sri Lankans know how to say that vadivana patta idu. Avan kandu pudichu kattitaan Malayalathaan. That's my life. Other than that, I just worked as a medical officer for some time and in private practice. That's all. Never had the opportunity or other to do any specialization. So every time coming, I see all our fellows. They're married to a doctor. The children are doctors. Children are married to the doctors. And everybody is everybody from somebody. Fantastic batch, Manipal boys. What more do I say? என்னம்மா அப்படி பார்க்குற நல்ல உண்மை. My best pal is laughing from there. That fellow, I'll tell you a joke about him. One day, he didn't come back for holidays. Then we thought, what happened? 1 month he didn't come back. His father kidnapped him and took him to Tirupati. Cut off his hair. So how easy to come back? Hero like him. And when he arrived, you know what he did? How he got it out of it? On the train, he stole a kaka's cap. Dirty, stinking cap, in the train while that fellow was sleeping. And he came and gave it to me. First thing, opened the door. Ida eduthukoda, sunnat vayala is it. So we forgot about his head. Everybody is interested on that thing. And to quote my friend Anirudhan, said, even if pidichittu jail edum. And police will whack that fellow and we will never admit to knowing him. That's my best pal. Mohan Nada, I live it. That is a lover boy. From the day he came, he fell in love with this girl, our classmate, Lady Souza. And he used to go singing to her, I'm so young, you're too old. This, my darling, I've been told. And we'll start with him, demo. Innada cholra? Love. If you look at any of our group photographs, she'll be sitting there, right behind him, he'll stand like that. Mohan Nadar. In case somebody steals her, that's Mohan Nadar. Any more stories you want? Shall I tell about the double cast joke? Double cast, double cast, isn't it? He physiology professor. He taught us about fertilization. And he told us that this man injects spermatozoa, sperm, which goes inside the vagina of a woman and meets an ovum, and that's how it's done, it seems. So I dare not tell one of my friends, said, Konitada, he said. What Konitada? The holy act. He has killed it off with the, it goes inside and meets an egg, it seems. That's how you are fertilized. That's physiology for us. Anybody knows him or not? The Volker. Always is in white. No. Before your time. He's always in white. He was just like Vanarama. He knows everybody's name, including the initials. No. Within 1 week of starting of college, Manorama was just like that. She knows all the names. But actually, the only person we actually respected was Dr. our Dean. He was fantastic. Then, of course, the late Gopal Rao, he was good. Kopikar, you don't know about Kopikar? Have any of you met Kopikar? Oh, that guy is a riot. He comes like, you know, he looks at in the front line, stares at the girls like that. You thought, what is this man up to? Then he does like that, moves his eyes up and down. See? Then he says, have you seen a cow, he says. What about the cow? The cow can only move the lower muscle, whereas we can do this, it seems. Up, down, side, there. Poor girls, right at them, we look at them, blinking like that. That was the character. Right? What are the other jokes? Mano Mani's joke. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Tamburan P. Janamohanan. We are reminded of those patta when he said, we used to have one Patta Gopalakrishnan, one Katti Gopalakrishnan, one more Dash Gopalakrishnan, 3 Gopalakrishnas.